Sometime later, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam was traveling alone on his flying throne. Halfway through his journey, he saw a jinn appear before him, looking extremely worried and terrified. He asked, "What is the matter? Why do you look so frightened?" The jinn replied, "O Prophet of Allah, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam, near Babylon, a group of jinn is oppressing ordinary people and torturing us. Not only that, but this group of jinn is using dark magic to cause corruption, fasad, among the people. They are destroying people's faith and diverting them from the straight path, Sirat al-Mustaqim. Your Highness, please bring them to justice." Upon hearing this, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam did not delay for a moment. He immediately set off towards Babylon on his flying throne. In the blink of an eye, he reached the hideout of those jinn. Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam declared, "O arrogant race of jinn, fear Allah, return to the path of Allah." They did not know how much power Allah had bestowed upon Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. Therefore the leader of the jinn present there arrogantly replied, "We fear no one, and we take orders from no one." Some of the jinn surrounded Hazrat Sulaiman's alayhi salam flying throne, and the whole group began to shout with arrogance, "Who are you? We do not know anyone. If you truly have power, defeat us and take us captive." As soon as he heard this, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam unleashed a glimpse of his miraculous power. The moment he cast his gaze upon them, a fierce storm erupted. The clouds began to roar with thunder, and the earth split open, unleashing massive iron chains that instantly bound every single jinn. They could not move an inch. Seeing this, the entire group of jinn fell at the feet of Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam and cried, "Who are you? Please forgive us." He then said, "I am the son of Dawood and the Prophet of Allah, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. Allah has made me the king of this world. O group of jinn, beware. Do not cause corruption on this earth, otherwise you will be destroyed by the wrath of Allah." Thereafter, all the jinn embraced faith in the one Allah and accepted Sulaiman alayhi salam as a prophet. They promised that as long as they lived on this earth, they would not cause corruption or oppress humanity. From then on, all the jinn in the world obeyed every command of Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. Besides humans, the jinn also used to visit the royal court of Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. Once, while Sulaiman alayhi salam was sitting on his throne, Queen Bilqis arrived and made a very earnest request. "O Prophet of Allah, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam, you often travel from one end of this world to the other on your flying throne. My life would be blessed if you would allow me to ride this flying throne to see the different parts of the world and the mysteries of Allah's wonderful creations." Hearing Queen Bilqis's words, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam remained silent for a moment and then said, "If Allah wills, your wish will certainly be fulfilled." They boarded the flying throne, and Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam commanded the wind, "O wind, take us to the most breathtakingly beautiful place created by Allah on this earth." As soon as the command was given, the wind began to carry the flying throne. They flew across the 7 seas. After a while, they saw an exquisitely beautiful island in the middle of the ocean. Upon Sulaiman's alayhi salam command, the wind lowered the throne there. Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam and Queen Bilqis began to enjoy the beauty of the island. Queen Bilqis saw beautiful unknown birds and numerous creatures wandering around the stunning ocean setting. Witnessing this, Queen Bilqis exclaimed, "O my Lord, O Almighty Allah, who knows how incredibly beautiful this world of your creation is? O Allah, we cannot deny any of the blessings of this world." No sooner had she finished speaking than Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam looked closely and saw a herd of winged horses flying overhead at immense speed. He was utterly fascinated by their extraordinary beauty and majestic appearance. He stared unblinking to get a good look at them, but before he could properly observe them, they flew out of sight at lightning speed. Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, then said, "Please wait here for a moment. Let me go and observe this magnificent creation of Allah." Saying this, he took his flying throne and chased after the winged horses. However, the horses were so incredibly fast that he couldn't catch sight of them again. They vanished into thin air. Eventually, failing to find them, he returned to Queen Bilqis. Afterward, Queen Bilqis and Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, returned to the royal court on the flying throne. The next day, Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, discussed the matter with the eminent scholars and wise men of his court. He asked, "Can anyone tell me where to find those exquisitely beautiful winged horses that fly at such immense speed across the sky?" A soldier present there replied, "Your Highness, let alone seeing such horses, we have never even heard of their name until now. However, perhaps the king of the Jinn can provide some information about this." Sulaiman, alayhi salam, ordered, "Go, summon the king of the Jinn here." A few soldiers immediately set off to deliver the message to the king of the Jinn. Since Jinn cannot be seen, the soldiers went to his location and spoke to the unseen entity. "O king of the Jinn, Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, has ordered you to appear before him immediately." Having delivered the message, they returned. Instantly, the king of the Jinn emerged and headed toward the royal court. Arriving at the court, the king of the Jinn respectfully said, "Your Highness, I am entirely devoted to obeying your commands. Why have you summoned me?" Sulaiman, alayhi salam, said, "Some distance away there is a beautiful island in the middle of the ocean. A herd of winged horses wanders over that island. Capture some of those horses and bring them to me." Hearing this, the king of the Jinn stood stunned and deeply worried. Sulaiman, alayhi salam, asked, "What is the matter? Why aren't you saying anything? Execute my command immediately." The king of the Jinn pleaded, "Your Highness, give me any other command and I will fulfill it. But please withdraw this order and forgive me. I do not have the capability to execute this command." A soldier standing nearby scolded him, "What are you saying? You cannot obey the command of Sulaiman, alayhi salam." The king of the Jinn explained, "Your Highness, the speed of those horses is so immense that they will fly into the sky before we can even reach them. We will never be able to get close to them. However, there is a Jinn named Somdun who lives deep at the bottom of the ocean out of fear of you. He might be able to do this job." Sulaiman, alayhi salam, ordered, "Go, take him with you and capture those horses." The king of the Jinn, along with a few companions, went to the shore of the ocean and called out loudly, "O Somdun Jinn, come out quickly!" But there was no answer. The king of the Jinn then used a trick and shouted, "O Somdun, there is great news for you. Are you still hiding? Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, has passed away." Hearing this, Somdun Jinn was overwhelmed with joy from the depths of the ocean. Rejoicing, he and a few companions rose from the bottom of the sea. When they came near, the king of the Jinn said, "O Somdun, the days of hiding are over. Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, can no longer rule this world. Now the kingdom of this world will fall into our hands, so don't delay, come quickly." They traveled quite a distance. When they reached the midway point of their journey, the king of the Jinn captured them, and shortly after presented them before the royal court. Seeing Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, Somdun Jinn began to tremble violently in fear, as he had committed many grave offenses in the past. Somdun Jinn begged and pleaded, "Your Highness, out of fear of you, I have lived at the bottom of the ocean all these years. This wretched one is a great sinner before you. I know the punishment for my past crimes is death, yet I beg for your forgiveness. Please spare my life. From now on, I will never be disobedient." Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, angrily replied, "O Somdun, I may forgive your crimes if you can do one task for me." Somdun Jinn asked, "Your Highness, please tell me what I can do for you." Sulaiman alayhi salam said, "Some distance away there is a beautiful island in the middle of the ocean where there are winged horses. Catch a few of them and bring them to me." Hearing this, Samdun Jinn was surprised but didn't argue. Receiving the order, the entire group of jinn headed toward the island in the ocean. Upon reaching the island, Samdun Jinn said, "You all know the speed of these horses is so immense that it is impossible for us to catch them directly. We must use a strategy to capture them. When these horses get tired from flying, they come down to a specific spot to drink water. If we mix wine, sharab, into that water, they will drink it and become intoxicated. That is when we will tie them up with ropes." Everyone liked this brilliant idea. They quickly went to the location, mixed the wine into the water, and hid themselves like crickets. After a while, a herd of stunningly beautiful winged horses flew by. Flying for a while, they descended to the water, drank it, and immediately became intoxicated. Unable to fly away, they were swiftly tied up with ropes by the jinn. They all brought the horses before Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam. The horses were so exquisitely beautiful that Sulaiman alayhi salam couldn't take his eyes off them. He stared at them in awe. While admiring the horses, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam forgot his duties. It was the final time for the Asr prayer and the sun was about to set. Because of his engrossment in the horses' beauty, the prayer was missed. Suddenly Sulaiman alayhi salam remembered the prayer. Startled, he rushed inside the royal court to pray. Immediately he repented in the court of Allah, crying, "O Allah, O my Lord! Unknowingly I became trapped in the illusion of this beauty and became forgetful of your worship. Please forgive my sin." He began to weep profusely. At that exact moment, Allah the Almighty commanded Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam, "O Jibreel, command the sun to pause for some time and delay its setting by Allah's decree." Receiving this command, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam went to the sun and said, "O sun, by the command of Allah, halt right where you are. Do not set until the Prophet of Allah, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam, completes his prayer." Commentators, tafsir scholars, mention that on that day the sun could not set at its usual time. Meanwhile, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam quickly completed his Asr prayer and immediately after the sun set. Carrying deep sorrow in his heart, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam cried bitterly and prayed to Allah, "O my Allah, you are the most merciful. By mistake I was attracted to the beauty of a worldly horse and forgot everything. Please, out of your mercy, forgive me." Subsequently, a deep anger toward the horses arose within him. Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam ordered everyone, "Go, bring those horses before me." As ordered, the horses were brought forward one by one. And right then Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam severed the wings of all the horses. At that very moment a voice came from the unseen, Ghaib. "O Sulaiman, you have proven that everything in this world is trivial, and your love for Allah is supreme over all." One day, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam was giving religious teachings to all the humans and jinn, discussing the concept of taqdir, destiny. Among them was the most powerful jinn of that time. He suddenly spoke up, "Your Highness, I believe that if one's destiny is bad, we can change it." Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam replied, "Destiny is predetermined by Allah." The jinn argued, "No, I can change it. Give me a few years and I will complete this task and prove it to you." He continued to argue. So Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam gave him a few years to complete this task. One day the jinn was pondering alone on how to accomplish this. As he was flying over a certain area, he suddenly saw a massive palace belonging to a wealthy man, where a few little girls were playing. Seeing this, the jinn stopped, turned invisible, and kidnapped the wealthy man's little daughter. Flying far away, he arrived at a desolate, isolated spot in the middle of a deep jungle. He placed the little girl inside a cabin. She was unconscious the whole time. So the Jinn brought all necessary food and placed it near her. A while later, when the little girl regained consciousness, she began to cry. Seeing this, the Jinn took the form of a holy dervish, approached her and said, "Do not worry at all. Nothing will happen to you. Everything will be fine in a few days. Now eat these and rest." The little girl couldn't understand where she had ended up. She spent her days there amidst difficulties, and over time she adapted to her surroundings. One day, the little girl asked the Jinn, "Can you bring me some necessary supplies?" The Jinn said, "Certainly I can. You stay inside the house. I will be back shortly." As he stepped out of the house, the girl watched him turn completely invisible. Seeing this, she thought to herself, "This must not be a human, but something else, because I haven't seen a single human being here in all these years." More questions arose in her mind, and she fearfully stared out alone towards the jungle. Many years passed by. The girl had now grown into a young woman. Meanwhile, the Jinn thought to himself, "This girl has grown up now. I will win the argument I had with Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam, and show him." The next night, a severe storm with heavy rain began. The girl was alone inside the house, terrified and panicked. Suddenly, two men called out from outside the house, "Is anyone home? Please give us a little shelter." Hearing the voices of unknown humans after so many years in this desolate jungle on such a stormy night, she was startled. She asked, "Who are you?" The two men replied, "We are travelers, musafirs, and we are in danger. Once the storm stops, we will leave tomorrow morning." The girl gave them shelter inside the house. She noticed that one of them looked like a poor, helpless man, while the other appeared to be an extremely wealthy person. The girl didn't say anything, and the night passed. The next morning, they asked the girl, "Who are you and how did you get here? Why are you alone in the middle of this desolate jungle?" The girl replied, "I am a captive in the hands of a Jinn. He kidnapped me when I was a child many years ago. I don't know anything more than that. But please, leave now, because the Jinn might return any moment, and he will harm you." The wealthy young man said, "We will rescue you from the clutches of this Jinn." The young woman replied, "You cannot fight against this Jinn. Please, you must leave." Then the poor man spoke up. "The young man you see here is actually a prince from a small kingdom, and I am his boatman. We were crossing the water to go fishing, but our boat sank due to the severe storm. We barely survived and ended up here." The young man said, "I want to know why the Jinn has kept you captive like this for so many years." The young woman said, "I don't know anything. The Jinn might harm you." Saying this, she quickly hid them inside the house. It was time for the Jinn to return. Suddenly the Jinn entered the house bringing some food and said, "What is the matter? Things look different today. Did any humans come here?" The girl replied, "What are you talking about? Where would humans come from in the middle of such a desolate jungle? You are mistaken." The Jinn said, "All right, I am leaving. I have some important work at the royal court, so it might take me a few days to return." Saying this, the Jinn left the place. The two men intended to rescue the innocent girl from the Jinn's grasp in this isolated jungle. The boatman suggested, "You two should get married and start living among humans, away from this jungle. I will head home alone and return in a few days with people to rescue you." Acting on this, the boatmen solemnized their marriage and set off toward the city. Several days passed like this. The couple lived happily together. However, their desire was to escape the Jinn's clutches, but it seemed impossible. A few days later, when it was time for the Jinn to return, the girl hid the young man. The Jinn suddenly appeared and told the girl, "Get ready. I'm going to lift you and this entire house and fly it to the court of Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam. I have waited all these years just to win an argument, and I will only breathe a sigh of relief after winning this condition." Shortly after, the Jinn lifted the house in his hands and flew it right in front of the royal court of Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salam. The Jinn proudly announced, "Your Highness, 10 years ago, I had an argument with you. You said that destiny is predetermined and can never be changed. But look here, I have changed it. The girl inside this house was destined to marry a prince, but that prince drowned in a boat during a stormy night. Now this girl will have to marry someone else. See how I have altered the written destiny. Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam commanded, "Open the door of this house." A soldier opened the door. To the shock of the jinn, the girl stepped out of the house, not alone, but with her husband. The jinn was utterly dumbfounded. He couldn't believe his own eyes. Sulaiman alayhi salam asked, "Who are you? What were you doing inside this house? And who is this young man with you?" The girl then revealed the entire story to Sulaiman alayhi salam. Realizing what had happened, Sulaiman alayhi salam immediately sentenced the jinn to death. Dear viewers, there is a profound lesson for us in this story. No matter how precious something is in this world, it is highly insignificant in the eyes of Allah. Therefore, we must not let worldly greed overcome us and cause us to forget the hereafter, akhirah. Just as all the prophets and messengers of the world carried out the commands of Allah, we too should obey Allah's commands and follow the path shown by the prophets. May Allah Ta'ala grant us all the ability to walk on the right path. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.